Aren't you cute? You need like a Paul Lynde to go, wow, isn't that something?
Isn't that special?
It's the Krisha and Frank show. Hi, y'all. It's MLK holiday today.
It is. I
Actually,
got a new shirt.
I thought of it, the real MLK birthday would have been Friday, but we celebrated on Monday.
Right. So kids are out of school today.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So, but you came over.
I got a new shirt.
It's
It's soft.
It looks. I thought it was a sweatshirt. I thought it was super casual, but then I look at the poofy sleeves.
It's a little dressy. It's a little cash.
Yeah.
It's a little short.
Christmas gift.
Well, I had a gift card.
Yeah.
And I bought a pair of jeans and this shirt.
Nice.
And I bought my first ever pair of high-waisted mom jeans.
Why?
Because that's hard to find anything else right now that is in my price range. And I had a gift card, and these were on sale.
I didn't mean the why to sound negative, because I'm also interested for...
Because fashionably...
Yeah. Are they back in style? I guess is what I should
Can I
ask.
show you on my phone? I'll show you a picture on my phone.
But not on the TV? Not on the YouTube?
Right, because you don't need to...
Right, okay.
Right.
All right.
But they're the mom jeans.
I see. So
you see why I don't want to...
You're trying on the pants,
right.
And we don't need a close-up of that.
Because you can't try pants on in the store.
Yeah, oh.
Right? Okay. They look good.
Yeah.
But I sent this exact picture to my 16-year-old daughter, and I was like, am I too mom for mom jeans?
And
she was like, no, Mom, they look cool.
Okay, good.
So I bought Junior's size 5 mom jeans.
Well, I don't think they're mom jeans if you bought them in the juniors department.
They're labeled as mom jeans.
I can't. Then there's some tongue in cheek involved here, because
they're high waisted.
Don't think they can't. How can they? I mean, unless it's an MTV show where it's.
I want an MTV show called Mom Jeans.
Yeah, 16 and Mom Jeans.
Yeah, 16 and Mom Jeans.
That could be a show.
That's the style right now is high-waisted pants and short cropped shirts.
Okay. Do you remember last week how good we were on every episode of getting the business out of the way?
And now we haven't done it at all.
Before we ran off onto some fantastic tangent about you and your pants.
We're Krisha and Frank. We are on all of your podcast listening apps, whichever one you like. Pick one. We're on them.
And if we missed one, and I don't think we did, please notify me immediately, because I will harangue them until we're on it. We're on these podcasting apps that I've never heard of in my life. I think they're from Germany.
Nice.
Like Sprachen Sie Deutsch, Spreaker. I don't even know them all. Deezer. We're on all of them.
Deezer's great. It's connected to my Fitbit. Oh. If you know of one, or if you would like to sponsor the show, you can email us, krishaandfrank@gmail.com.
We would enjoy that.
We would also really like for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's number one. Mm-hmm. That's number one, because we also, in addition to podcasters, we consider ourselves to be YouTubers. Isn't that something? You know, in fact, we're so YouTube-y. We're
talking about mom jeans and crop tops, so
we may as well go all in. We're so YouTube-y. We're so on the cutting edge of the tube that we're thinking
that we call it the tube.
Can I give away a little secret?
Yeah.
That we're thinking about adding an episode that's just on the tube. Yeah. That's not on the podcast app, so that you see right now.
We're just thinking about that.
I know. I mean, I guess I really haven't talked to you about the details of it, but my assumption was...
Well, then that's what we're doing.
That the Core 5 goes on both podcast audio and YouTube.
Oh, no, the other one should not go on audio only.
It's just so I don't have to worry about all that. It's half the work.
Right.
I just have to make it a video.
Yep.
We're just going to we're going to do add an extra video. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
That's why you need to subscribe to the YouTube, because otherwise you're going to be only getting 5/6 of the content.
I mean, let's just say, if you would like to be an early adopter of other new partnerships in our realm of Krisha and Frankdom, now would be the time to go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I'm so excited.
I'm just saying. Because I feel like today's Monday.
Yes.
And it's a holiday. But I feel like at some point this week,
business has to happen.
We will have an announcement.
There will be business. Yeah. Business will occur. There will be a press release. Things will happen.
At some point this week. It's Monday. I am going to go ahead and say, because it's not all on us. I'm going to say, but by Friday, we're going to be able to tell you exactly what we're doing.
Fantastic.
And
meanwhile,
we're excited about it.
If you're looking for a way to spend the time, go to audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank.
You can get your free 30-day subscription to Audible, and you get a free download when you do so.
During that 30 days.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And if you decide not to keep it, you still get to keep the download.
Right. The download is yours to keep. The membership you decide at the end of 30 days, and it's an affiliate marketing deal, so it helps us.
And there are thousands of titles that you can get.
And there's the podcast. There's Audible Pod, which features our show.
Audipod.
I don't know if it features our show. I mean, if you really search under every last rock, you'll eventually find
You'll find
our show.
All right, enough about my pants.
I had stopped being interested in your pants a while back.
You and everybody else.
Why are you bringing them back up?
Just so we can joke on out of here. We're done, right? It's over?
No. We can talk about scarves or scratches or
let's do it all.
Whichever other thing you had something else.
No, you told me that you and Jere had an experience.
We
but
did
Jere
have
specifically
a scratching experience.
Well, are we going to talk about pants again?
No, it's got nothing to do with pants.
Oh, okay.
In fact, we were not wearing pants at the time because we were sleeping in bed.
Okay.
We had on underwears.
Oh, okay.
Or it might have been cold enough to wear the flannel pajama bottoms. I don't know. Ooh, it depends on what night it was. It was a chilly night, as I recall. And Jere is laying in bed, and she's stirring. Something's bothering her. So I awaken. And she says, I heard scratching.
Out of my bed.
And the thing is, I could now hear the scratching as well. And I'd heard it, I remember hearing it last year and not doing anything about it because Jere is terrified. Jere hates mice, and she thinks that there might be mices somewhere or squirrels. Her brother had squirrels in his attic, and they drove him crazy, and they scratched. And Jerry's worried about there being a mouse somewhere that's in the wall right behind her bed,
I
scratching.
Feel her pain.
She's worried about this. And I'm listening to the scratching, and I'm thinking, wait, it doesn't sound like it's in the wall. It doesn't sound inside. I know we have the darned woodpeckers that love to hammer.
Right.
Like if you were...
Tis not the season.
If I wanted to spend the day napping, for example, I couldn't anymore because the woodpeckers during the day like to... And you have to do something. You have to wave something at them. I eventually have to get...
I remember on the podcast porch, we watched a woodpecker poking at your house.
Right. And now when I have the contractor come to fix the other things, I'm going to have that all... I've had them closed up before, all the woodpecker holes closed once before. It's time to do it again.
You always got to close a pecker hole.
Because they just keep popping up.
Close one hole, pecker opens another.
So, this should have been the Friday show. So...
It's a holiday.
So, I think I am going to look into this. This scratching noise.
Okay.
Because it didn't sound...
Okay, what did it sound like?
I don't know, because at this point I'm just thinking, I'm in action mode.
Okay.
I'm going to do something
to
alleviate my wife's anxiety.
Okay.
So... we have the double-decker front porch, right?
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
So I go to the sliding glass door that opens up onto the upstairs porch. And I remember, I think, don't we have lights out here? We've never used them. I think we have lights. So I'm fumbling around. And, of course, I immediately turn on the overhead lights in the bedroom so that Jerry's like, turn those off. So, and then I find the switch that is for the lights that are outside on the upstairs porch, which this is probably in the 18 years we've lived here, probably the second or third time I've turned them on.
Right.
And I stick my head out. And they're peering back at me. Mm-hmm. Who do you think it is?
A possum.
No, it's your other favorite.
Raccoon.
Yes. He's up there, and he's on the...
How'd he get up there? Climb?
I don't know, but I can show you later how he's not just up on the porch. He's on the railing of the porch.
Oh, so he climbed.
And he's looking at me. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Excuse me, sir.
And he's like... And now, of course, I've blinded him. I've turned the lights on. He's probably up there every night, and the lights never come on.
Right.
But now he's like just frozen.
What is Jere doing at this point?
Well, Jere comes out. I said, "Oh, look, Jere, it's just a raccoon." That's like the worst possible thing I could have said.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a mouse that I can kill with a mouse trap.
It's a great big old fringe.
It's the size of a dog or
What
a
is
cat.
he doing on your porch? What's up there if you never go out there?
I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe he was trying to get to the holly berries. Would he eat those?
Yeah.
Maybe he was looking for a warmer place to sit for the night.
I would say he was looking for warmth.
Or warmth or food. I mean, what?
Shelter.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he could just hang out up on that porch. And
right.
It wasn't, I don't think it was raining or anything, but it seems odd. So I yell at him, and he turns around and then starts climbing down head first. So I'm seeing his underbelly and his tail.
Bless his little heart.
And then you hear, and then boom.
Oh, of course he did. He freaked out.
He falls the rest of the way.
He was probably freaking out because he's like, how did I even get here?
And who are these people?
Right.
And how did it become daylight all of a sudden?
He
Because I'm a
probably
nocturnal.
you probably heard the scroochy scratching because he was climbing up there.
That's what we heard.
And right about the time that he was like, okay, I'm where I was going. And he didn't know where he was going. He was just doing something. And you blind him. Daylight comes out. There's this man in his underpants yelling at him.
Well, he didn't see my underpants.
I'm just saying.
I looked around.
You were underpants yelling at him.
I had a shirt on. That's all he saw.
Right. But
I don't want him to think that he found Sasquatch's house.
He probably but he probably like didn't know how to get down.
Right.
But you told him how.
Down he went.
Well, I told you I heard one fall from my roof, like duppa.
Well, this happened now to me. It's now we have this in common.
Poor guy. Have you seen it since?
No. No, it's only been a few days. So I'm wondering if it gets cold enough again or wet enough again or whatever it was, whatever the trigger was.
He needed a home.
Well, he didn't get one, and he's not going to get it here, unfortunately.
He could have called Hutch and Howard.
That would be true. My wife might call Hutch and Howard if he comes back.
That's crazy. To relocate the raccoon or herself.
Because... Oh my gosh.
Hutch and Howard have been great sponsors of ours. HutchandHoward.com. They serve not just Knoxville, but they serve all over East Tennessee and, from Athens to Morristown.
Yeah.
And last year they had a record year. I'm sure that this year is going to set it. I mean,
big time.
With us talking about them.
Absolutely. So contact Rob Howard or Brandon Hutchinson or anybody on their team. Mm-hmm. They've got like 10 people on the team with adds up to just so many years of experience because Rob's been at it for over 10 years.
Yeah. And he's like downtown area. But man, if you look all right now, there's so many great houses for sale. So many great houses. Yeah.
I know several people who are thinking of getting out of wherever they are because the real estate where they are has gotten astronomically expensive. Mm-hmm. So when that happens, you want to cash out.
Yep.
So, and then you want to move someplace where it's less expensive. So that's why you come to a Tennessee, for example, where you get, I mean, seriously, if this house were in California, it would be a fortune. Mm-hmm. It costs. I had a tiny little crackerbox house.
Crackerback
house.
I
had a crack house.
I had a crackerback house.
It's just a crack house, we call it for short.
Right.
I had a house in California that was tiny that cost twice what this costs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's right now in North Knoxville, like Old North Knoxville. I know someone that's got a house for sale there, and just in the year and a half they've owned it, the property value is insane.
Yes.
It's insane what they can sell that house for.
Well, you guys, Hutch and Howard, you've been with us since practically day one of the podcast. Today's episode 79.
Well, look at
that. So that's good times.
Yeah.
So we've got to sing them out.
Play me out, Adeem.
Adeem, do you want to do it? Just because last time you let me do it.
What?
Last time I did the thing, where I didn't hear...
do you want to try to guess where it is? While I'm listening?
Oh, to do the part about Keller Williams?
Right.
I can watch the wave
well,
file.
don't watch, because I didn't watch.
Oh, I can't, but I don't have that.
Just hit play. And
you've got the musicality.
You can do it.
All right.
If you're buying or selling your home,
you're going to make me miss it.
Trust a professional, don't do it alone. From the sunflower fields.
It's part of Keller Williams Realty. Part of Keller Williams Realty.
It's Hutch.
Each office independently owned and operated.
It's Hutch and Howard.
Nope, I missed it. I cannot have that. You were messing with me.
I don't know what you... No, I really wasn't.
See, I could have just looked at the wave file and I could have hit it.
You see that little...
That's right. The first part.
You
almost
almost
hit
it.
I have no idea.
Because
what happened was I had the begin. I had the song in my head at the beginning, and then I looked over here and I don't carry a tune Anyway, sorry to mess up your last commercial. You guys are awesome. I think they'll be back.
Yeah, I think so. And if not, thanks anyway. No, I can relate to hearing a scratching noise. I once spent the night in a cabin in Weaverville, North Carolina, up north of Asheville. And as I lay down in bed, I heard...
And you're in a woodsy area.
I'm in woods,
so it's a cabin.
out
So
in
it
the middle of
could be a
nowhere.
bear. It could be a possum.
No, it
could
was
be,
like above my head in the wall.
Oh,
And
squirrel,
so
mice.
that feeling, like, I am not afraid of mice. I'm not afraid of squirrels. They get in the house. To me, it's comical.
Yeah.
And they don't I don't have a fear of them. I understand having
There's not a lot
fear.
I can do about mice in the house because there's a million of them outside. All I can do is hope that the hawks eat them before they come
get
in.
And the thing is, like, I'm more afraid of things that will hurt me, like people in my house, than I am of a mouse in the house.
yeah.
But they are a disruption where you're like, oh, God. But no, it was like in the wall above the bed. And I just, in my mind, I just kept thinking, I'm going to fall asleep and then a mouse is just going to fall on my head. And that's disruptive whether you're afraid of them or not.
Yeah.
Something falling on your head. Yeah.
Well, you imagine you got this unfortunate mental image of me in my night clothes
Down for your long winter's nap.
trying to chase away the raccoon.
Yeah.
And depending on the temperature in the house, I will over the course of the night I tend to disrobe because it gets hotter, the heat rises, right?
Right.
So I don't have a fancy. We need to get an HVAC sponsor. Is what we need to get because I don't have a fancy HVAC system. I have an outdated old one. So the thermostat is downstairs, and in the course of the day, when we're hanging or in the evening when we're hanging out watching TV in that room, the temperature rises in that room.
Right.
The thermostat thinks the whole house is comfortable.
And it's like, nah.
And then we start to get chilly anyway because the draft, whatever. I need new replacement windows. I need to get that sponsor too. But so we go upstairs. Now it's cold upstairs because the heat's been not on.
Right.
And then everything changes. So now during the course of the night, the living room gets cold and the heat's blaring. So now upstairs it becomes the point where you're like, well, why did I put on flannel? But first of all, thick socks, winter socks, flannel pajama bottoms, a t-shirt, maybe a sweatshirt.
I can't sleep in socks at all.
And then a scarf.
What? What the hell?
You don't sleep in a scarf.
No.
Because
that's just inviting Jere to kill you.
it does create an easy choking hazard.
I don't know what happened.
Well, thankfully, the reason I stopped wearing a scarf to bed after one night had nothing to do...
You wore a scarf to bed.
I was cold. Because I've discovered that when I'm here in the house and I want to be alone during the day and I want to save money and I want to run the thermostat a little lower.
You can put a little coat on and be warm.
But the scarf does the trick. I used to mock scarf guys. I used to think when you go to the theater or you go to the Hamptons in July and there's some guy wearing a scarf and you're like, who does he think he is? Pavarotti?
I think guys in scarves are sexy.
Well, so do they.
Yeah.
They about themselves, obviously.
Or each other.
That was in Sag Harbor.
It's not a brand for a reason.
So yeah, the scarf guy, I used to think, well, that's just so presumptuous, to walk around with the fashionable scarf. But for whatever reason, when you keep this part of your body warm, it works. It just
They're
stops.
so inconvenient, though.
They're very inconvenient, but if it's just me and I got this wool scarf, so I had it on, but I didn't want to die.
That's good of you.
So I didn't knot it. It's just laying around me like a stole, I
think you would have been safer knotting it.
Well, I didn't knot it, and now here I am, or maybe I did a loose thing, and then it occurs to me that I need to go brush my teeth. So this is where it's the massive fail happens. Because now I have to wash the scarf to get the toothpaste off of it.
Because you can't brush your teeth in the
You
scarf.
can't, because it comes time to spit, and you lean because you've brushed your teeth thousands of times without a scarf, and then the one time you brush your teeth with a scarf, you end up just drooling it, this big white stain, And you immediately wipe it off, okay? So, but
right,
it doesn't
right.
matter because it comes back.
It's toothpaste.
It comes back the next day.
What is that with toothpaste? What is that? You can wash it off, and it's like, no. You're stupid and dribbly. I'm here to remind you.
So I've discovered on the scarf, folded, I try to rearrange it, and there's another toothpaste stain. Like,
and it's hard to wash scarves.
I know, because this one's wool, and it's a little scratchy, actually.
But maybe washing it'll do you some good.
Maybe I need more
Put it on cold, lay
scarves.
flat to dry.
We gave scarves as Christmas gifts this year to Megan, Frank, my two sisters. We gave 4 beautiful Irish wool scarves as Christmas gifts this year. You might have to pick that up.
I am. Sorry. It's actually my kid's school, so.
Oh no! We'll have to take that call.
Yeah.
On a holiday of all the days.
I know, weird.
What are the odds that they would call you on a national holiday
Strange.
to check in?
So bizarre. Just making sure you guys are good. Everybody good? Everybody's good.
Make sure you stay home for the holiday.
Enjoy your day off. You good?
Because that's the way the world works.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's nice of them.
That's
Yeah. So you gave scarves as gifts.
I think I need a new scarf. I think I would like a new scarf. I don't know.
Do you only have one scarf? I've seen you wear a scarf. Is it the gray one that's kind of got like a checkery pattern on it, but it's faint?
That one technically is Jere's.
Okay.
I found an old wool scarf that was mine. I have lost a lot of scarves. That's why I love scarves, but I hate scarves because I lose them.
This is what I was going to suggest to you. I have the women's scarves that are one continuous
the infinity.
loop.
My wife calls them infinity
scarves. So I have a lot of those, and I suggest that if you want to sleep in a scarf, it reminds me of like Christmas Vacation or something when they like what movie is it? Or is it a John Candy movie where they sleep in their coats and scarves?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It reminds me of that. But I was going to suggest to you to get an infinity scarf, and that way you're not having to worry about it tying. Like it won't tighten or loosen.
Well, my issue is when I go someplace. Well, because there's no place to go now, but I could go someplace.
You still go places.
But go to the theater. Let's say the theater, and you take off all your layers.
Yes.
Like you go to see the symphony in January, February. You're all layered up, and you take the things off, and then the scarf falls under the theater seat,
and it's gone
and
forever.
you go home.
Yeah.
And it's that's my issue is I've lost a lot of scarves that way.
Yeah. Well,
I put them in the arm of the coat, and then I still lose them. I don't know. I don't know how. You know what I need is like for little
kids.
For
a guy who's not a scarf guy, you have a lot of scarves that you've lost.
This is why I was not a scarf guy, because I wouldn't.
You're irresponsible scarf guy.
But that's why it occurs to me. What the reason that scarf guys are in fact scarf guys is they keep them on.
They don't take them off.
When do I lose them?
When you take them off.
So if I keep it on,
and that would have been helpful when you had the raccoon.
How?
Because you could have like,
like a towel in the locker room.
Ska, get out of here. Or you could have given him something to crawl down so he didn't fall.
Yeah, like a escaped convict.
Right, tie it to the post.
A rope out of bed sheets.
Yeah, like oink. Thanks for the scarf, Frank.
And he would take it because he's a bandit.
He is a bandit.
Dang nabbit.
We got to get out of here. I got to go see what's going on at my kid's school.
All right, yeah.
Why
are they calling you on a national holiday?
They're calling me on a holiday.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
Nope.
Thank you so much for watching, listening,
because if it weren't a holiday, it may be concerning that my kid's school is calling.
It would, right.
What if it weren't,
I know.
If my kids were actually at school.
It's probably just an accidental, probably a butt dial.
Yeah, because school butt dials you all the time. This is a message. Excuse me. Hi, this is Carly Harrington. Whoops.
I know her.
Yeah, she's the public relations person for Knox County Schools.
She used to be a newspaper reporter, and I got her to be into Dancing with the Knoxville Stars.
This is Carly Harrington calling for Knox County
She's
Schools.
got a smile that'll knock you dead.
You can hear it while she speaks. It's great.
I would call her Smiley. I can't stop looking at your smile. Why do you have that?
Yeah, I need to go check my voicemail.
All right. Thanks so much. Tell everyone because we're done.
Tell everyone.
What are we going to do at this point?
We've asked and we've asked and we've asked. There's no point in us continuing to do so.
It's all up to you.
But maybe this week you'll get some good news.
Amen.
Bye.